What's up, Discord? What's up, guys? So this is gonna be a quick recap of today. So today I got some partial trades today. This was my original bias that I did send out earlier, and guys see it. It's looking for something like this, which it did happen. Price action just wasn't there. So this was my original bias here, and let's go into the actual charts. So zooming out, boom. Right here, we was looking at this 4 hour. At first, I had it as a 1 hour intermediate low, but it's actually a 4 hour intermediate low. 4 hour, 1 hour, it really doesn't matter. They're both strength. They're the same strength to me, but 4 hours sounds better, I guess. But yeah, 4 hour intermediate low. I was looking for the market to come lower and sweep this low. Once we sweep this low, honestly, and this is where like momentum comes in, because depending on how we kind of go into this area right here, into this liquidity, you can see that we wicked it, and this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that manipulation. The reason why I'm looking for manipulation here is because we have resting highs up here. We have session highs, which is London highs, and then we have an intermediate high right here. So we have an actual reason for the market to flip. All right, there always needs to be a reason. All right, if these weren't here, then I would not be looking for longs here. Okay, now and the next liquidity point towards the downside, as you guys can see, is like super far, which is previous day lows, which looking like the price action, we might end up trending towards down there anyways. You guys know this was created by the orange man, this this candle right here. So that kind of messed up the week. I remember I told you guys earlier in the week that these were going to be our draws on liquidity, these highs, but you can see what happened. We just kind of just got that out the way. So now we need price to actually create new liquidity, all right, which is going to be weaker because they're not as structured as these highs. So these highs are much stronger liquidity because they're structured and there's time behind them. This right here, this is going to be liquidity that the market is engineering for the week. All right, so just going into the trade itself, and the trade that I was taking, go down here to the lower time frame here. And once we're sweeping this liquidity, I'm looking for a change of order flow. This didn't give me a proper change of order flow. This first reaction, you can see we just kind of just stopped right here. We didn't really give that V-shaped recovery that you see I have right there. We need to see actual V-shaped recovery in validating these areas. So we didn't get that, and we got a resweep of this low here, and then we actually got a proper V-shaped recovery, right? And that confirmed once we finished here. It's better on the 2-minute time frame, actually, because that's the time frame that I did execute it on, in validating this gap right here. So you see that first candle almost made it, and this candle right here made it, which was what I was looking for. Boom, that was my entry, stop loss here, and I was targeting this high up here. Okay, boom, targeting that high, and you guys can kind of see what happened here. Lots of mess. lots of mess. So yeah, we took partials around here, took partials around this high somewhere up here, and we end up getting break even. So that's where our partial came from. And then look at the market, guys. Just sat here for a whole hour before. I believe this is just more news by the orange man. So yeah, that was pretty much the day, guys. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys took anything today, or if you guys sat out today. I know there was a short that you're gonna see a lot of people take. I don't take continuation trades. I like to take trades off of liquidity. So since there was no decent liquidity here for me to actually, these are not valid liquidity points for me, guys. Like, I need structured liquidity for me to take the type of trades that I'm taking, especially off the 1-minute time frame. I need structured liquidity in actual verified areas that I feel comfortable executing on the 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute time frame. Now, this area wasn't taken because of this liquidity. This would have been taken because of a continuation move, which would have been off of this 15-minute. And this is something I do teach as well. This is another way that you can execute trades. It's just, I found out that this is less probable for a mechanical model. So for those of you that you really kind of have to understand what you're doing to execute continuation trades, because you have to know what the order flow is looking like. You have to know what the trend is looking like. you have to understand why the market would want to reject off of this gap and not just break it, because the market doesn't have to reject off gaps. The market mainly rejects off of liquidity points more than it rejects off gaps. Like, we could easily just go through this and blow through this and take out these highs instead, right? So I guess continuation moves are for more advanced traders and for people that are more advanced, but I do teach that as well, of how to execute off of these areas. I just personally don't execute off of continuation moves anymore. I'd rather just wait for the structured liquidity points to look for reactions out of than this area. That's just me personally. I think these are more higher probability, and I'd rather go with that. So yeah. So there was a potential short that you'll probably see a lot of people talking about today, and it was nice. It was pretty nice. And it was off of this area towards the downside, targeting this low, of course, that we were waiting for to get swept. All right, so that was the trade of the day, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do these a lot more often, every day, of course, and just to help some people out. All right, so peace out, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and enjoy your day.